E nā mea hano hano, nā kahu vai vai o ka hoʻoilina aliʻi, nā poʻo, nā kumu, nā ʻohana I ā koakoa mai, welina mai ke aloha, ia ka koa pau. E nā haumana, o ka papa, Kaʻiwahoʻokelewaʻa, ka papa alakaʻi o ka iwa kālua kumu mālima. Aloha nui kākou. O keia lā, he hoʻolauleʻa. Today is a celebration, a moment to pause, to truly recognize and to honor the incredible investments that have brought us to this point. E Kaʻiwahoʻokelewaʻa. From the classroom to the courts and fields and to the stage, you have showcased your many talents and brought much joy, love, and celebration to our kula. Peyton and Jersey, your commitment to aina and responsible farming practices earned the first state championship for our kula this school year, and the second state conservation contest win in a row. Success continued with thrilling girls and boys soccer state championships earned. E hoʻomaikaʻi, Mia, Sanoe, Kaylee, Avai, Carrie, Will, Jacob, Ryder, Kingston, Kayao, Xander, Kale, and Reef for your leadership and for establishing a solid foundation of success. For our girls, it was the first state Title I since 2008, and for our boys, it was their third title in the past 4 years. You sustained success keeping BIIF team titles streaks in place in girls volleyball, girls bowling, football, girls and boys soccer, boys basketball, and girls softball. E hoʻomaikaʻi to our team captains, athletes, managers, coaches, and supporters for our shared success. E paʻipaʻi lima kākou. You achieved as individuals as well, earning championships in bowling, Jadens, wrestling, malie, and judo, kamahao and kuhao. You left your mark on the stage. Brooke, Jaden, JC, Pulama, Julie, Carmen, Awapuhi. The way you brought to life the story of Queen Emma in this year's Ho'ike Emalani was truly breathtaking. You made beautiful music and led our band to another milestone this year, helping to bring forward a new kauhale band along with our alumni. Mahalo, Reese, Zayden, Aukai, Kamahao, Noah, Hano, Brince, Sean, Ka'iwiʻula, Kamanava, Aiden, Kainalu, and Kyler for the past 4 years. To our ASKS Council, Kamahao, Brince, Caden, and Sean, your leadership is truly remarkable. Mahalo for taking the time and effort to earn recognition for the work of our council with its second National Gold Council of Excellence from the National Association of Student Councils. Ina haumana, this moment is not only yours, it is the result of years of commitment, aloha, and sacrifice by your ohana, your kumu, your community, your kupuna, your lahui, and above all, by ke akua. Whether your journey at Kamehameha Schools Hawaii began in Papamala'o or brought you here more recently, the path has been long and meaningful. Every step was shaped by belief. Belief in you, in your potential, and in your future. Today we stand at the culmination of that belief. This ceremony isn't only about what comes next. It is about fully acknowledging and celebrating what it took to arrive here. You now sit at the intersection of memory and possibility. Memory of all that was invested in you and the possibilities made real because of that investment. Ask yourselves, what had to be set in motion decades or even generations ago for you to sit in this seat today. At the end of this ceremony, e hemo kula oko, you will be released from the rhythms and requirements of this place. You will become alumni of this great legacy. And makahemo kula ana, the investments made in you will come to fruition. Much of your journey up to this point has been defined by structure, expectations, credits, benchmarks that told you when you had arrived. But as you step beyond these gates, know this: the world beyond will not define your success for you so clearly. You will need to forge your own path. You will need to make your own investments. Success will not always come in clear steps. Sometimes it'll look like uncertainty, and sometimes it'll feel invisible, and sometimes it will not be appreciated. But always, always, success is yours to claim. Our ali'i, Bernice Pauahi Bishop, was born into a legacy of immense koleana. She was a Kamehameha, a descendant of chiefs, a woman of wisdom, grace, and deep aloha for her people. When Kamehameha Elima, Lot Kapuiwa, lay on his deathbed, he called upon Pauahi for one final request: to take the throne. Imagine that, a nation's future extended to her with reverence, the crown, the title, the highest seat of power, hers if she wanted it. And Pauahi did not make her decision lightly. She had seen the kind of ali'i Kamehameha Elima had been, fiercely pro-Kanaka, steadfast in his vision to protect and uplift the lahui through law, through education, through constitution, and through unwavering leadership. In many ways, Keli'i Pauahi shared that same conviction. She stood firm for the sovereignty of her people. She opposed the cession of Hawaiian lands to the United States and held fast to the belief that our future should remain in Hawaiian hands. She was also deeply prepared. As a Kamehameha, her mo'oku au hau carried undeniable weight. She was educated in both Hawaiian and Western traditions, fluent in the languages and systems of both worlds. And that duality gave her the gift of depth, the ability to navigate complexity with grace, intellect, and clarity. She understood power, but more importantly, she understood purpose. And still, with every qualification and every reason and every right to say yes, Pauahi said no. And some might have seen that as a rejection of koleana, but it was not. It was a redirection, a decision born from deep wisdom and fierce aloha. Because Pauahi saw what others refused to see, a people in crisis. She saw beyond. She saw the land slipping away, the population declining, the structures of power shifting beyond our shores. And rather than grasp at a title, she chose to plant a future. She chose not the throne, but the classroom, not personal authority, but collective possibility. Not the reins of rule, but the roots of legacy. And those roots, those seeds, are you. You are her moimoia made real, the living proof that her sacrifice was not an end, but a beginning. Her legacy is not measured in moments, monuments, or titles, but in lives like yours, full of promise, resilience, brilliance, and the capacity to lead with aloha. So as you stand at your crossroad, wondering what your next step will be, remember this: you do not need a title to lead. You do not need a crown to serve. Like Pauahi, you only need the courage to listen to your kuleana and the faith to follow it. Her story reminds us that greatness is not defined by what you take, but by what you give. And the most powerful investments are the ones made in people, in potential, and in a future you may never see, but believe in it anyway. Ena haumana. Like Pauahi, you too will face moments of decision. They may not come with ceremony or titles, but they will come with weight. You will be asked to choose, to speak or stay silent, to stand up or stand aside, to build, to heal, to lead. And in these moments, remember that leadership is not about waiting for permission. It's about knowing who you are and choosing to act anyway. You carry forward the hopes of your kupuna, the dreams of your ohana, and the faith of those who have poured into you, your kumu, your kahu, your hoaloha, and you are not alone on this journey. You walk with all of them. So dream boldly, act bravely, love deeply, and invest well in your passions, in your people, and in your purpose. Let your life answer the question, what legacy will I leave? Because just as Pauahi chose you, you now have the chance to choose others, to lift, to lead, and to light the way. No leila ina haumana o ka papa Kaʻiwahoʻokelewaʻa. Ka papa ala kaʻi hoʻi o ka papa iwa kalua kumama lima. How fitting is it today that as we celebrate your departure from these shores, Hokulea once again set sail from Hilo to Tahiti, retracing ancestral paths guided by the stars, carrying the dreams of our people across the vast Pacific. Remember that you will be forever guided by the Iwa bird for which you are named. No matter how far into Kahiki you go, you will always be grounded by the shores of your homeland and guided by your kauhale, your kupuna, your ali'i, and your akua. Me he manula o kou, soar, explore, and discover and be guided, so that like Pauahi, you too can return to the shores of your homeland and of your lahui to guide the next generations forward. He mo'o ku'auhau ko kākou, he koleana ko kākou, he aloha lahui ko kākou, e ola I mua kuno, I mua Kamehameha.